Hey everyone, let's do a live stream. It's me, Steve, Midnight Practice. I'm a licensed professional counselor in Colorado. Today's topic is about healing. All right, I've got my trusty legal pad with my notes. I've got lots of things to talk to about the topic of healing. What is it? And we're talking in the context of like therapeutic healing or emotional healing or healing from trauma and abuse. All right. So you're welcome to chat while this is live. You're also welcome to make comments in the comments section afterwards. And I will put timestamps. All right. So you can kind of go from chapter to chapter as you wish. All right. I am here in my kitchen. All right. There's my taco sign. And there's my Colorado flag. That's my proof that I'm in Colorado, or my fake proof. All right. And by the way, I'm wearing my bright, cozy, like hoodie, whatever this is, sort of a stretchy material. It says Salida, Colorado on it. So there you go. That's a great little mountain town. I live in Westcliff. I'm here in Westcliff, which is another nice town. Come visit the mountains. All right. There you go. That's my pseudo professional intro. All right. Actually, I want to just move just a little bit. I want you to see the taco sign. There we go. Okay. Let's talk about healing. First of all, what is healing? What does it mean? What does healing mean? Now, we are talking about internal, emotional, whatever that internal spiritual healing or like therapeutic healing. And it's like healing. Put simply, hard things, difficult things happen to us, sometimes traumatic things. And we're carrying, for lack of a good term, we're carrying yucky stuff inside. Bitterness, sadness. We might have anxiety, trauma-related symptoms, post-traumatic stress type symptoms. Okay. Sometimes my clients come to me and it's almost like at the very beginning, they don't even know how to articulate what's going on inside them, what's hurting them. They just know they need to feel better. Their gut is like, I feel this way, and I know I want to feel better. I want relief. Things have got to change. And the first thing I just want to say, before I even try to sound like this, smart know-it-all therapist, man, I really care about healing. Like, I so care deeply about this topic. Life can be hard. Life can be cruel. I mean, I'm just going to shoot straight. There's a lot of evil in the world, that happens to children and adults, injustice. It's like, I care so deeply about healing. Just want to say that. You know what I mean? I don't want to treat healing like, and actually I'm going to get to this, but I don't want to treat healing like, you break your arm or some kind of medical injury you have and you go to the doctor and your doctor might not care about your feelings. It's just like, oh, put it in a cast. You hurt your arm, put it in a cast, take these pills for pain relief, blah, blah, blah. Maybe do physical therapy and it should be better in 6 to 8 weeks. Come back if it's not better after 8 weeks. All right. I don't want to treat, like, you can't treat emotional wounds, deep-hearted injuries, like you're just sewing up, a little injury or you're fixing a car and it's like, oh, you just have a bad alternator. Let me just go in there, get the bad alternator out. Here's a new alternator, Okay. Because it is part of healing. It is complex. And it depends on your story and what you've been through. All right. So I'm kind of rambling a little bit here. I actually have on my notes the broken arm analogy because I just used it for one analogy, but This is like the big one that I always tell people about is like, how do I even get into this? Sometimes my clients say, they've had maybe they had a rough childhood, rough time in their family of origin, and they're always going to have struggles with maybe trust, anxiety, their attachment style in relationships is not ideal. Okay. Maybe they have addiction issues. All right. I can ramble on. Sometimes my clients are like, Steve, I don't know how to heal. My problem is I don't know how to heal. And then I'm like, okay, well, you're talking to me. And they're like, okay, but still, no, really, I don't know how to heal. And it's almost like, here's how I view it. Instead of saying, I don't know how to heal, it's like, are you talking about healing? Are you reading books about healing? Are you journaling about it? Are you at least talking to your therapist about it? Maybe the I don't know how is the wrong way to frame it. Instead of saying, I don't know how to heal, what if you change the verb tense and you go with, I am healing? I'm learning how to heal. Instead of saying, I don't know how to heal, just say, I'm learning how to heal. How about saying, I'm on a healing journey? I'm on a healing journey. See how it's like framing it where it's like a little bit more positive versus I don't know how to heal or how do I heal? It's almost like it goes to that issue of like, is healing the destination or is it kind of like the journey? And for a lot of us, I mean, I can speak for myself. I'm in therapy myself. My healing journey will be until the day I die and maybe even beyond. You know what I mean? So I want to encourage you. It's like, anyway, I just throw that out as a principle. Is like, you are healing. Change your verb tense. Change the way you use your sentence. I don't know how to heal. Or it's like, I can't heal. If you're talking, because here's my attitude. If you're at least engaging with material that is good for your heart and soul as related to healing in the long term, then you are healing. If you're watching this video, okay, this humble video, you are healing. Especially if you're growth minded. Okay, so that's just one thing. 2, all right, let's use the broken arm analogy. Now, there are things you can do to facilitate more healing, okay? But there's even another principle, which is, all right, let's say you do break your arm, okay? That's my analogy. You break your arm. So what do you do? What was a doctor might do? The doctor might say, okay, put it in a cast. They might take x-rays, okay? And then your doctor might say something like, all right, it's in a cast. Do not use it. Do not let anyone touch it. Don't let anyone horseplay around your arm, okay? You got to protect it, okay? And then maybe here's some, take this for pain management. Or take ibuprofen, something like that, okay? What if some of our wounds related to our heart? I always talk about hearts, okay? What if some of our wounds, it's like the same thing. We have to put a cast on our hearts. And our mindset for growth and healing is, hey, I've got a cast on my heart right now. I'm protecting it. I'm not letting anything toxic near it. Okay. I'm not letting, like, I'm only going to let really trustworthy people get close to my heart. Okay. As I grow, as I learn, I'm not letting anyone horseplay. Okay. And by the way, and so here's like the extra part of the analogy. Your arm will heal, right? Like most things, if it's some kind of injury, I'm not going to be good with medical terminology. It will heal. I hurt my bicep on my right arm, and my nurse practitioner was like, Do not use it. It should heal within 6 weeks. And she was right. Okay, so like things have a tendency to heal if we protect it and we don't use it. So in the same analogy, if you put a cast on your heart, I really do believe will heal. Healing will happen simply by protecting it. All right. So that's like my first analogy is healing sometimes isn't necessarily about doing. Okay. Sometimes it's just about understanding you have a wound and I have to protect that wound. Okay. Now, of course, again, I do want to be clear. There is like work to do or, like I'm a therapist and I'm a client in therapy. We all need to be talking. We need to take the plunge, leave our comfort zone and talk about those difficult subjects. We have to be willing to be vulnerable. We have to kind of face those difficult issues and process them. Those all are like facilitate growth and healing. But I still think foundationally, the first step is recognizing you have a wound and saying, hey, I got to protect that wound. I'm going to put a cast around it and I'm going to let like the natural process, heal. So that's just my humble thought on that. All right. Lots of fun here. I have more to discuss. Look, for some clients, I actually have, here's my business card. Here's my wonderful little business card. Isn't that pretty? Actually have on there, healing from trauma and abuse. Because I care so deeply about it. And you know what? This might like scare people. When I give these cards out casually to just average Joes, I know it's like a little bold, but like I really want clients. I want people that like they see healing from trauma and abuse and it's like they get it. They get it. I want those kinds of clients. And anyway, okay, so what was I going to say? Okay, so I just want to throw out for some clients, for some people where they endure traumatic events and they might have what's called PTSD symptoms. There is one particular type of therapy called EMDR that can be helpful. I'm not trained in EMDR and therefore I don't perform it on anyone. But occasionally I've got clients where their post-traumatic stress disorders are pretty significant and I can help them, but they also probably should see an EMDR therapist. I can make a whole nother video about that, but I'm just throwing that out there as like another healing idea. Another thing, I found this quote. Actually, I posted this on my community board a few weeks ago. And this nails it for me. Okay, here we go. Trauma creates change you didn't choose. Healing is about creating change you do choose. And it's a quote by Michelle Rosenthal. That's perfect. That's a perfect way to frame this. Trauma. Now, let me be clear. I have my own traumatic experiences in my life. Trauma will absolutely do that. And I'm guessing you would probably agree. Okay, like trauma will create change in you that you didn't choose. It's just an after effect. And often it's kind of for the negative. It might have some positives, but a lot of it can be negative. But the healing process is about you almost like standing up for yourself and saying, okay, all this happened to me and there's some consequences. I have some behaviors because of it. But now I'm on a journey of saying, I know what I want to stand for. I know how I want to live. I want to live a life of growth and whatever it is. I want to live a life of joy and freedom and following my dreams and friendships and all that good stuff. And it's about saying, I am creating a new game plan. Trauma had one plan for me, and it kicked me and knocked me around, and I landed on my butt. And I got all these struggles, all these things I got to let go of, all this stuff. Okay. And now this is what I'm taking on. That's healing. And by the way, even if it feels like you're not, quote, taking it on, it's really at the heart of it. It's like, it's a choice. It's an attitude that you adopt that says, I want that. I want something new. And I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to ponder it. I'm going to make art about it. I want that. And my focus, my North Star is that healing. That's how you heal, at least partly, or that's how it works. By the way, I want to be humble because I'm still learning. I'm still learning about life. I've been a therapist for 20 something years. I don't know, 21 years. I'm still learning. I don't want to ever sound like a know-it-all, but this is where I'm at in my personal journey and my professional journey. So I think that's all I got on my list. I really want to wish you the best in your healing journey. Don't give up. Don't forget your North Star, which is, where do you want to go? You know, probably not describing that well, but just want to encourage you a little bit. All right. So I'm going to stop here. Actually, I do need to stop because I need to eat. I need to use the bathroom, and I got another client in 30 minutes. So again, last thing, if you have any questions, any comments, you can put it in the reply section afterwards. Okay, I'm going to put timestamps, and I really appreciate you watching. Take care and live well. All my love.